mantra. Slave song, slave ship, rip skin, maybe rip bones. But no matter how close I am, my ancestors speak. They tell me they're tired of the brain on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep. Longing to sing until I surpass peak. Until they think we are equal, please. All I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their bones would bleed. Begging the generations remember our story.
Yo, what up? Good morning. Peace, blessings, for the praise, and honor for the Most High. I hope all is well. Shout out to my poets, writers, authors, choreographers, all that good stuff. Thank you for being here, for your thoughts, your views, and perspectives on different things that we talk about up here, whether or not we agree or disagree. Your input is always welcome. Look, I got a clip for y'all that I want to play. We want to chop it up for a second. Shouldn't be too long, I don't think. What's up with RHIANNA and TYLA and ASAP Rocky? I don't really be too involved with the celebrity gossip stuff. This came across my timeline though, and I'm like, hold up, what are you saying? Y'all trying to insinuate that this man is stepped out on his wife? Not Miss Rihanna, not Miss Perfect Rihanna. So this is what I'm gonna do. Let me bring this up on the big screen. I'm gonna let it roll. We won't chop it up. Hold on a second.
ASAP Rocky's chain and watch, and y'all not finna convince me otherwise. Here's the motherfucking proof. Here's ASAP Rocky wearing both of those fucking chains, and here is ASAP Rocky wearing the fucking watch. Okay, now back to TYLA. What is that? Y'all not finna sit up here and call me crazy. Okay, TYLA and ASAP Rocky have had a small relationship. I don't know if it's still going on or not, allegedly. Okay, but word on the street is that they did have some type of interaction, and this is why word on the street, Rihanna does not like old girl. It has nothing to do with her biting her style. Rihanna got a couple of daughters, Dua Lipa being one of them. That's besides the point. It's the fact that you're trying to covet this lady's husband, and you're literally like I'm not crazy again and again. Just to show y'all. Like, don't ever try to question me. TYLA got on ASAP Rocky.
We don't give a damn if he's sleeping with her or not. I'm not that involved. I'm not that invested. I do not give that much of a FUCK about that. Chef, what's up? I want to be perfectly clear. Millionaires, wealthy men, they have a different level of entitlement. It's like you no longer have the same stresses and the same burdens that regular people have. So you can pretty much feel like, damn, I'm on top of the world. I can just go anywhere I want. For real shit. I don't like, hell, I'm sitting in the house right now. I want to go to, I don't know, Venezuela or some shit. My bank account doesn't allow me to do that, so it's just going to remain a dream. But somebody like that says it, all they got to do is push a button. They gone the same day if they want. They don't have the same responsibilities. Look, this is my point. Tyler is still fairly young. She hasn't been completely ran through yet. If she stays over here in the Western civilization long enough, oh, she will. She will eventually fall at that same fate as so many other modern women have, chasing after the rapper, the athlete, using this I'm young thing as a bargaining chip to get through life exceptionally easier than the average person. If she hasn't been fully touched yet, it's going to happen. And like, I know that sounds real fucked up to say, but we know how these bras over here get down, man. And I hate to say it, but it's the reality. Maybe it's still a small few y'all left out here in the world that's still pure. And I'm not talking about in other countries, I'm talking about over here. Sure, it might be still a handful of you that was raised right, but for the most part, and for the majority, most of these broads, man, they getting trains ran on them and all type of shit. She ain't no different. Y'all got Rihanna on such a high pedestal that you think what? You think because Rihanna is Rihanna or Beyonce is Beyonce that's gonna stop them from getting cheated on, or that's gonna keep a guy in the house? I'm glad you brought that part up because a lot of folks do not like Tyler. They can't stand her. And I just did a reaction video to this specifically the other day. I was like wondering what's the hatred towards her. She don't identify with your complexion. Is it because she doesn't consider herself to be black? Or is it because of her culture? Or is it because of her attitude? Me personally, I think it's just because she looked good, she in shape, and there's like some weird jealousy because of it. It could be a combination of things. She still got youth on her side. Whatever you feel about her attitude or her music, cool. But here's the harsh reality. Rihanna is an average woman to me. Rihanna, without her money and without the popularity, you can stand her by a dozen women and it really wouldn't change nothing. If you didn't know who she was, she didn't have a brand behind her, you put her in a group of 10, yeah, you would probably pick her, but she wouldn't be your first option. Like, y'all be overdoing it. I'm not even suggesting that he cheating or sleeping with her, because for one, I don't care. Two, I don't really know. But for three, even if he was, why y'all acting so surprised? That's all they fucking do. That's all they do in Hollywood. Just sleep around. They feel like they got it like that. They can buy it. They can afford to get STDs. They can afford pregnancies. They can afford uh to have all of that extra nonsense that comes with bringing other. They can do it. Regular people can't get away with it. But my point is, you want to keep a man loyal, and you're trying to get a guy of quality. You're probably going to have to come with characteristics that go just beyond your body and how well you dress and how much money you make and how many people love and adore you. Hey, I put it like this. Stedman was smashing Oprah. You think Stedman was just sleeping with Oprah? Me personally, 20 years ago, let me put it in perspective. If I'm a wealthy gentleman and I'm married to this person, she's an attractive woman, cool, but she gets on my damn nerve. She's irritating. She has a bad attitude. She's bossy. She's lazy in bed. She don't cook. She doesn't really tend. Forget about all the superficial. If she doesn't know I don't want to use the word, but I got to use it here. If she doesn't understand the man's love language, it don't matter how attractive she is. The dude ain't gonna, unless he like respects her and is actually in love with her, he'll tolerate it for a while. But if I got that type of money, you think I care? I'll just be discreet. I'll be extremely discreet and have my fun and do my side stuff. And I give you another one. K. Michelle openly said, look, my husband, he can sleep with who he wants as long as he doesn't spend his money on the mistress. So there are women that marry these type of dudes and they are all right with it. Notice nobody got smoked for K. Michelle because that's their lifestyle, that's their choice. Riri, you are it take more, like the same way we got to do all of this extra stuff to keep women happy. If you ain't doing the bare minimum to keep your guy happy, yeah, he'll step out. But see, I don't know. It's confusing about Hollywood, the men in Hollywood, because the ones that I think are actually happy, they're never on camera. People like Denzel Washington, he's never really on camera with his peoples. Shamar Moore, he's never on camera talking about his family at all. I think the best relationships are quiet. They're never public for the side by side. Rihanna, TYLA. Would you risk it? So you're thinking about the millions and millions of dollars that she has. But Rihanna is loose, man. She ain't tight no more. I hate to say it. She's not. Oh, it sounds so chauvinistic. It do. In a perfect world, I would be happy with my McDonald's clean, my Chipotle clean. She wouldn't have to have $1 billion as long as you know how to cater to me the same way that you expect me to cater to you. We locked in. I could care less about that. But the mindset of a wealthy person is different than someone who is wealthy in spirit. Hold on, you say dude was a cuck. Ain't no fucking way in the world I'm sitting watching nobody crack my partner eating popcorn, just making a show of it. That's crazy as hell. Hell no, absolutely not. And that's what I was saying the other day, right? It's so hypocritical. It's hilarious because like the people in the United States are some of the most egotistical, conceited, stuck up people I've ever met in my life. We spoil the shit. People get bombed on every day, literally. Missiles and all type of shit blowing up their homes and all that. We be over here complaining if the food isn't delivered on time. We over here complaining about rent and complaining about this, that, and it be some stupid stuff. And these people done lost eyes, legs, limbs, toes. Her culture raised her to have like a certain type of confidence about her. There's confidence and then there's being a piece of shit. Now the way she crapped on Casanat, that was fucked up. That was. She definitely was using him to get more people to listen to her music. I will say that I didn't like that shit at all. But to sit there and say, well, she's stuck up and she's a asshole or whatever the case may be, take a look in the mirror. Because every time I do a reaction video or we're having conversations about dating in the United States of America, it always comes back to these women are stuck up. They're hypocrites. They practice hypergamy in the most egregious ways. They be sleeping with family members and all that. It'd be some of the most wild stuff. They rude, and I wish I would have saved the clip because it was a nigga, man. He was going around trying to holler at some of these women here. And they just kept on, they didn't just deny him or curb him. Nah, they took it extremely left. Oh, you ugly, you ugly, you ugly. Like they was real rude, like extremely rude with that shit. Beyond necessary type. So for y'all to be having all that energy, and Y'all don't look nothing like her. Everybody come in different shapes and forms. Y'all not even built like TYLA though. Some of y'all, most of y'all are overweight uh sacks of potatoes. But y'all be having the nerve to be trying to crap on dudes that be trying to talk to you. Ugh, get away from me. Ugh. That's why I be thinking a lot of this shit be funny as hell. But I get it. I think there's a balance. You can be confident and love yourself and still be respectful of other people. Most of y'all just skip that course. Allegedly, if TYLA was sleeping with ASAP Rocky, would that change anything in your life? Would it stop your bills from coming in? Rihanna ain't no saint. We don't know what Rihanna got going on. For all we know, she out here doing her own thing too. All that one-sided, oh, we're gonna crap on the guy because he's the guy, and woman power. And no, for whatever reason, she chose to marry him, and he chose her. Whatever they got going on in their personal life is theirs. Y'all act like the world is going to end for you if something happens between them two. Y'all always be in these people's relationships. Why are y'all so worried about theirs and you don't have your shit figured out? This at this point, like if I'm a millionaire, I'm not taking nobody serious either. I'm not. I would rather just make my money and keep it pushing. I do not want to be bothered with none of you. I don't. All of you are liars. You pretty, you bet your eyes, you know how to use that walk. You're more social because you're always in somebody's face, or somebody's always in your face because everybody wants to crack. You've had a lot more practice with public speaking, so you know how to charm your way in and out of stuff. Unless the person is just extremely smart and intelligent and knows how to discern between someone who's being manipulative and someone who's being honest and humble. Most of these celebrities are cracking everybody. Chris Brown smashing everything. Usher, I bet he's smashing everything. Most of these celebrities are doing it. But y'all want to be selective for who you angry at? Is it because you like her? Oh, because she's a fan favorite, so we're gonna defend her. Y'all weird. You're weird because these people be practicing dark magic. They be cutting tree bark, cooking it, simmering it with caterpillars and mice, and then they cast spells on everybody in Hollywood. And then when you see them dancing, they look good and all that, but they got this aroma around them and this firmament around them that is suggestively influencing people to do stupid and freaky stuff. And y'all be sitting up here acting like these are your kings and queens of Sparta. Nah. That idolizing and worship, that stuff got to stop, man. Mind you, this is coming from some random person on TikTok, bro. Just one of many fans who are obsessed with it. Notice how ever notice how the people who report stuff like this, they don't snitch on their friends and shit. Because I know damn well a guy or a girl that's doing exactly the same thing that you're blaming them for, but you ain't reporting them on TikTok. You ain't putting their business out there. And why is that? Because nobody's going to give a damn. Why? Because damn near everybody does it. If it stays, what's the goal? You helping a married man cheat on his wife. You think the people are going to appreciate that? You think her diehard fans are going to like the fact that she's a part of their marriage imploding? You think that's going to help her album sales? I'm a boy, Damon. I'm a boy. These Hollywood producers groom kids. These government officials traffic them. You got teachers and therapists sleeping with their patients. What's so awkward or wrong about this? If this is wrong, then everything else is. I would like for people who do this to be unbiased. Stop picking sides. Rihanna, TYLA, ASAP Rocky. Your concentration and focus is on who? The guy. Why? Because the guy is always the one that's in the wrong, apparently. That's biased. You're not being a fair observer. Again, you don't know what the hell she's doing. For all we know, they all a part of it. They all get freaky together. Extremely susceptible. They could be having swinger parties. They could be having their own Diddy parties. You ever think about that? Did they ever cross your mind? No, because you're just angry and you hate men because men cheat and they break your fragile hearts because you choose them type of dudes. And as long as there are women out here that target their frustrations towards broken, battered, mentally distraught men, you have somewhere that you can call home. I agree. I agree with this statement here. But I thought this was ridiculous. It's like, take a deep breath. The end of the world is here. Rihanna got cheated on. Rihanna is, all right, let me rephrase it. When men actually are locked in with a woman that they like, care about, and all that, there is no infidelity. It don't matter if your body is properly proportionate or it's accurately inadequate. A man who loves and likes his partner, he's the most loyal person on the planet. A man who has been scorned, abused, distraught, has been worn down to a nub, who has seen both sides of good and bad in dating, friendships, and all that, and they've bowed out, they will move differently with you and anybody else because of their experiences. It might be a good thing or a bad thing depending on their mindset, because they could say, well, as much as I've been screwed over, I'm about to be a complete dickhead. Or they could be what I call a passively aggressive Chad and Tyrone. He's pretty cool. He's sarcastic. He could be a douchebag. Yeah, he sleeps with multiple people. He doesn't operate on your time. He does what he wants, but he's the honest one. He's the honest Chad and Tyrone. He's the one who's going to tell you what you don't like and do what he wants, and just take it or leave it, because beating around the bush just doesn't work for him anymore. And plus, he has the money, makes him that much more uh, efficient with what he does and confident with what he does. The other guy, not so much. I don't know what she saw on ASAP Rocky. She chose him. So I didn't know there was much going on here. I didn't know that she had that type of heat towards Tyler. You're getting older. You're not going to look like you used to 15, 20 years ago. There's always going to be someone younger, in better shape. That's why it's important not to play around in your youth. Lock down a solid dude. Make sure your attributes are beyond just your looks. Because a fat ass ain't gonna keep me. It ain't. Nice curves, thighs, all that is not gonna keep me. It's gonna keep my attention, but for a second. But I'm making 30, 40 million dollars a year, and there's 6 billion plus people on the planet, women of all different backgrounds. I can come and go as I please. If I'm really thinking like bing, 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 I'm not, nah. But of course, all of this is alleged, people. All of it is alleged. But I will say this: Tyler you're going to have to change your branding strategy. Because I honestly don't believe that the people here, the women here specifically, hate you because of just your attitude, which I think is funny as hell because y'all got the same attitude as she does. I think it's just more or less they're out of shape, and you're pretty well fit, and you still young, and they wish they can go back in time and take better care of themselves. But if you out here dealing with a married man, you ain't no different than Lotto to me. Lotto's a fucking fool. Worry about your career. Worry about connectivity with your audience. Now, if you're trying to shit on the culture here, I understand why people got smoke for you. Because you don't have no respect for it. At the end of the day, this is your money. This is your livelihood. You can do whatever you want. But that ain't it. I always say, if you ain't happy somewhere, just leave. Leave before you start bringing other people in. Unless you having a conversation amongst each other and y'all agree to these terms, just leave. Just my 2 cents. It must be nice to have all of these little opportunities to have that type of money in your pocket. And you can kind of cherry pick. I'm gonna leave it at that though. Shout outs to everybody who pulled up. I've just given my 2 cents, man. I don't really care about none of that, man. They all do it. I don't think any of them are faithful. I don't think any of them are loyal. They're not great examples to go by. If you're trying to mimic somebody's lifestyle, I wouldn't. And if this is a marketing strategy, it's a piss poor one. I'm not really I'm not looking at this like, oh, I gotta get a TYLA album. I just gotta have it. No. But I digress. Sydney will be on later. I'm going to go back into the laboratory. I got more work to do. It's never over. There's always something going on these internet streets. Congratulations to you, sir. By the way, I see the work. I see the motion, and I salute you. Stay on their helmet. Keep putting pressure on them, man. They're going to put respect on what you do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out. I will see you guys. Well, I will see you guys a little later, but tomorrow. Yeah, take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, wherever you are in this part of the world. Do me a solid before you go, if you don't mind.
Goddamn boy.
Peace.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, maybe rip bones. But no matter how close I am, my ancestors speak. They tell me they're tired as a brain on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep. Longing to sing until I surpass peak. Until they think we are equal, please. All I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their bones would bleed. Begging that generations remember our story.